Hello, I'm Kimber, and welcome to the NAVE News Update. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at IndianCountryNews.com. And here's the news for today from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. The Forest County Potawatomi community has begun a campaign to fight opioid abuse in their community. The public awareness campaign began with television ads and print displays around Forest County.
It offers pleasure, but inflicts pain.
Destroys relationships, communities,
Lives.
If you see opioid abuse, report it.
Love the addict. Hate the addiction.
And keep the community strong
For generations to come.
The campaign also includes a website with specific details on where people can find addiction treatment and inpatient and outpatient counseling services. Besides the media campaign and stepped-up law enforcement, they will be enhancing programs already available. Despite having a low county population, the number of opioid-related incidences in Forest County is far above the Wisconsin statewide average. Sheriff's Department data shows that the county has seen 37 non-fatal opioid-related overdoses and 9 deaths related to opioids so far in 2018. The tribe hopes that these ads will help bring attention to the opioid problem in Forest County and compel individuals to seek help for themselves or others fighting the addiction. For more information, you can check out fcpchelp.com. Congress is updating the Stigler Act, the federal law governing the transfer of lands allotted to Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Muskogee, and Seminole Nation citizens, also known as the 5 civilized tribes. Amendments sponsored by Representative Tom Cole passed the House and Senate and are expected to be signed into law by the President. These allotments are legally known as restricted status land. They are privately owned, subject to tribal jurisdiction, and exempt from state taxes. But they also have cultural and personal value. The Stigler Act made retaining land's restricted status difficult. The original 1947 law required Indian land to be passed down to an heir with 1/2 or more Indian blood in order to retain restricted status, and it applies only to the 5 tribes. Because of the Stigler Act, most allotments have lost restricted status. About 80% of the land within the jurisdiction of the 5 tribes was restricted status in 1916. Today it is less than 2% according to the Cherokee Nation. The amended Stigler Act would allow land to be passed on to 5 tribes' descendants regardless of blood quantum without losing restricted status. Hill and other proponents hope the changes will allow families to hold on to the tiny fraction of restricted status land left in Oklahoma. Shan Goshorn, an acclaimed Cherokee multimedia artist who incorporated political activism into her work, passed away of a rare form of cancer on December 1st in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the age of 61. Goshorn ranged across various media in her work, including paint, glass, metal, and fiber, as well as hand-tinted photography. But she was most known for her imaginative basket weaving. She often integrated photographs from Native Americans around the country in her basketry. Other baskets might incorporate strips of paper or plastic with text printed on them from treaties and compacts with the federal government, or from historic maps or speeches. Some baskets took creative shape, a briefcase for example, or an open flame. Goshorn's work is among the collections of the National Museum of the American Indian in Washington, the Denver Art Museum, the Museum of Contemporary Native Arts in Santa Fe, New Mexico, the Museum of the Cherokee Indian in Cherokee, North Carolina, and the North American Native Museum in Zurich. In 2013, she was honored with a Smithsonian Artist Research Fellowship. She also won acclaim year after year at the Santa Fe Indian Market in New Mexico. The 2019 Native American $1 coin design celebrates American Indians in the space program. The United States Mint officially unveiled the reverse design for the coin in the 2018 winter issue of the National Museum of the American Indians quarterly magazine. The reverse design depicts renowned engineer Mary Golda Ross writing calculations. Behind her, an Atlas Agena rocket launches into space with an equation inscripted in its cloud. An astronaut symbolic of Native American astronauts, including John Harrington, spacewalks above. In the field behind a group of stars indicates outer space. The obverse of the Native American $1 coin continues to feature the central figure, Sacagawea, carrying her infant son, John Baptiste. Smoke Signals, the 1998 independent film written by Sherman Alexie, based on his acclaimed story collection, The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fistfight in Heaven, was named to the National Film Registry by the Librarian of Congress, Carla Hayden. The film was heralded as the first feature film to be written, directed, and co-produced by American Indians. Directed by Chris Eyre, Smoke Signals was set on the Courte Reservation and filmed in northern Idaho, Spokane, and eastern Washington. The film follows estranged friends, Victor Joseph, played by Adam Beach, and Thomas Build the Fire, played by Evan Adams, as they road trip to Arizona to retrieve the ashes of Victor's father, who had left his family years before. The cast was rounded out by established Native American actors Gary Farmer, Tantu Cardinal, and Irene Bedard. The film won a number of awards when it was released, including a special commendation from the National Board of Review for Achievement in Filmmaking, an award for actor Adam Evans for the Independent Spirit Awards, and 2 prizes from the Sundance Film Festival, the Audience Award and Filmmaker's Trophy for the director Chris Eyre. And that's another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and have a grand day.
Step into Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center.
Come and discover everything we have to offer.
Unlimited gaming action. Northwoods hospitality. Delicious all-you-can-eat buffet. Relaxation and comfort. Great drinks and good times. Big wins, big fun. It's all here at Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center in the heart of the Great North Woods.